I was a kid, we were on holiday and decided to go to a church. While we were there I decided that I would be funny if I would slap my dad's ass. So I ran in full speed to maximize the impact of the slap. I ended up slapping a stranger who also happened to walk next to a woman with a stroller in his hands, which made me think it was my dad. It was even worse that my parents saw it as well. 2. I was with my mom, looking on her phone cause she wanted to show me some pictures from what she did that weekend. I swiped one too many times and came across one of her nudes. I felt my soul jolt out of my body seeing that shit. 3. I was at a funeral for one of my husband's relatives. On my way in, an employee of the funeral home asked me when I was due. I wasn't pregnant, but I am fat and was wearing a huge coat, so I wasn't offended. As I signed the guest book I corrected her and tried to defuse the situation with a joke about burning the coat later. But she just wouldn't stop. She kept trying to apologize and explain herself, and I just wanted to run away. Then I was stuck in a small room with her for the next 2 hours. 4. I was in the car with my girlfriend's best friend's moms and her other daughter. We made talk in the car and I just ended up asking what their favorite color was. They then told me the other daughter was actually blind. I had barely known these people and was in the car for another 20 minutes, most awkward 20 of my life. 5. I worked on a deli counter and that meant having to give customers free samples when they wanted to try a product. Let me first say I can be very socially awkward sometimes and I am not a very confident person. I was about 22 years old at the time. Female BTW. Guy in his late 40s/early 50s comes to the counter and wants to try some olives. I go to the cupboard behind the counter and get a small plastic shot glass, put some olives in and go to offer the guy the glass. He holds up both arms and shows his hands are full with bags. He then proceeds to open his mouth up, indicating he wanted me to feed him the olive. I was kind of shocked and didn't really know what to do. I wanted to avoid conflict with the customer and have him go away, so I just used a cocktail stick to get an olive and held it out towards him. He then ate the olive off the stick but let his mouth close round my fingers. It was honestly one of the most disgusting things that has ever happened to me, and for ages after I could still feel the wetness of his mouth on my fingers. I must have scrubbed my hands a million times.